Birthday cakes symbolize the celebration of life. Universally, across all cultures, we celebrate birthdays with cake. And celebrating Swami's birthday with cake is celebrating the giver of life, which is so dear to all of us as Sai devotees. The past 17 years, this celebration of the giver of life, that is the spirit with which the cake team does every year's cake and offering to Swami.
Over the 17 years that I've been involved in the cake making process, I have seen it evolve into something far bigger than just baking cakes. We've built some extraordinary cakes over the years, and it's an exciting process to see from the concept to how it will be presented and executed. The level of detail and love that goes into every aspect of the offering is incredible to see.
So it is joy, lots of joy, and the other part is discipline as well. And somehow every year Swami gives us what that year's theme should be. So for example,
everyone was seeing Swami, his face in the moon, and we wanted to represent that in a cake. So our theme was Swami's face on the moon, and the stars were represented with beautiful sayings and blessings of bliss, love, peace, joy on each of the stars.
Once we get the theme for the year, the next thing that we think about is the engineering and the math. The two terms that you don't hear when we're talking about cakes. There's a whole thought process that goes as to how are we going to present the cake. And we're trying to feed around 400 people. So the number of cakes involved, if it's going to be cupcakes, how are we going to structure them?
For me, the culmination of what all goes into these delicious treats is a great example of Swami's love in action.
When it comes to Swami's work, we all know that there are no tasks, big or small. So what my brother and I will do is, wherever our help is needed, we'll help. And whether it be moving things or constructing for cake display.
One year, we actually came up with the idea that we wanted to do a mandala cake. And then the initial thought process was we would have a flat mandala cake or raise the mandala. So for the mandala cake, we decided we would have like a 7-foot structure, which is going to be all the way from the ground to the top, like a pyramid. And we wanted to cover the colors of the spectrum also. So as we go up and up, we need to have a good spread, and we need to have all cakes that are being placed on it. So we had to sketch them a couple of times and then start actually planning as to how we're going to arrange all these cakes. And then a couple of the guys in the cake team also helped us build the whole structure up. And it was not just about building the structure. Each of the cakes should also carry a little bit of a personal message. So we decided we would have personal mandalas drawn, and then they would be printed out in edible sugar paper, and that will be the topping for each of the cupcakes. So an idea comes, and then the structure comes, and that's how the whole execution goes.
Is probably the most important part is how does the cake taste? So we start by brainstorming what flavors we want. We've done pumpkin in the past, we've done chocolate, we've done vanilla, we've done lemon before. We test out recipes, and then we figure out if we want to do it in a cupcake form or a cake form, and how is this recipe going to work out in the cake.
I was sitting at bhajan one day, and the last bhajan was a unison bhajan. It was, Sai, you are more precious than silver. Sai, you are more value than gold. And the last line of that song is, Sai, you are the cause of all creation. All the universe depends on you. And so at that moment, this idea sparked, which was we should have a galaxy theme for our cake that year. So we made, that year we decided to do donuts. It's another part of how we do cakes. It's not just the design, it's also what we, what type of cake we offer. So we did that theme of sort of that picture of the galaxy we always see, a lot of colors swirling. So that's how that happened. Another year, I was just watching a video of Swami on his jula, which we all love. And Swami is so happy on his jula, and the jula was this bright blue color. And I had a dream, and in that dream, Swami showed me that jula, and he showed me a peacock on the back of the jula, the middle. And I had not paid attention that there is a peacock at the back of Swami on his jula. So I brought that idea to our team and I said, let's do a jula this year. And they pointed out, yeah, Swami has a peacock in the back of his jula. So this is how Swami inspires us. Every year it's something different. Sometimes it's one of our ideas and there's a validation he gives us. But that's how we start off, and we keep that in mind, that it's not by chance, it's not by coincidence that something is happening. And this isn't just a birthday party, any cake that we buy or put together. It's a sadhana, and whatever we create becomes an offering. And Swami comes and blesses our cake.
On Swami's birthday, after we pick out the flavor, we start to think about the decorations. On his birthday, I love that I get to add some part to his grand offering. And we think about the little embellishments that we can add to make his day very special.
Swami's birthday is a very special day for all of us, and the joy of it is spread by sharing and caring and showing our love to each other. This is my way of showing my love to Swami.
That's how we feel Swami. And in the cake decoration, the main role I play is helping with the decoration. And with the jasmine flowers, the decoration comes out lively.
So the experience of being on the cake team is pretty awesome. It's a way for us to be able to feed everyone just like Swami would have loved to feed everyone.
Being a part of the cake team for several years has been such a joy, where we come together, get creative, put all our thoughts and ideas to make a beautiful offering for Swami.
The joy that this cake team gets every year out of offering Swami a birthday cake, this year we want to extend that joy and share it with the shelters. So from the Atlantis Eye Center, we serve 3 main shelters: the women's shelter, men's shelter, and another smaller one. And this year we want to take those cakes, so we're making 450 individual cakes, and we will be serving those to those shelters so that others may experience the joy and the blessing and the prasadam from Swami on his birthday. So I think that culminates what this team is about and what this offering is about, which is to serve love eternally and to serve it with the joy and the discipline that Swami would want us to have.
Shine a path for me to see. Only you, only you, Baba, only you. Baba, sing your song to me, clear and strong so I can hear.